Hello everyone! How are you doing? I hope everyone's fine and happy and smiling all the time. Okay, today I'm going to discuss about how clean is clean for Filipinos. Bianca, how clean is a Filipino? You see, she's cleaning now, you see. Because we just finished our lunch and it's her duty, it's her role to dishwashing. I'm the cook and she's the dishwasher. Anyways, okay, I divided this into two parts. So first we're gonna discuss on this aspect, hygiene of Filipinos. So you've heard a lot of videos saying that Filipinos take a shower or take a bath 2 to 3 times a day or even more. Yeah? Of course. Second emotion, Bianca. Because probably it's also something to do with the temperature and the climate of the Philippines, because it's a bit humid and it's almost always hot weather. So we Filipinos don't like to sweat a lot, and we feel really very like itchy, or maybe some would really feel like uncomfortable and uneasy, and they always are very conscious of how they smell, because Filipinos really wants good smell. So that's why there's also a lot of videos in TikTok that I saw that when you have a Filipina girlfriend or wife, make sure that you take a shower 3 times a day and put a lot of perfume. Shower with perfume also, aside from showering. So you have to use soap, deodorant, lotion, baby powder, and cologne or perfume. That's only the requirements of Filipinas, actually. So it's not too much expensive, right? Not important if it's expensive perfume or not, as long as it's good smell. Not too strong that it will really go inside here. Makes you headache after. Just moderate. Okay, they always go to, wash their flowers there after they pee-pee. We are not used to tissue, toilet papers, because it feels like it's still like sorry for this, I don't know if this is okay, like a bit how would you say, Bianca?
Which one?
When you wipe it with toilet paper, it's just like it's not really clean for us.
We're still not satisfied.
We're not satisfied, like it's still like
Still, there's something.
there's something left.
Yeah.
And it's like sticky or moist and like that. So we're not really satisfied, honestly. So we also use, a lot of us also use feminine wash. Or if, those who cannot really afford or trying to save, they use natural douche. Like a vinegar with, a dissolution of vinegar in water, like that. Or warm the water with a bit of betadine or alcohol to mix. There is a feminine wash for betadine, but you sometimes, just to be resourceful, there is a betadine for the wounds, right? So you can just use it and put a lot of water, dissolve it, just drops, so to disinfect, because it's still disinfectant. It's just external anyways. Why maybe I'm gonna be banned in YouTube. I said Bianca. I said oh my gosh. Alright, so that's one. And also, yes, this is very like famous, and I've read a lot of comments also saying that Filipinos, I think some Asians too, but it's really definitely most Filipinos do this, to wash their bam after poo-poo. We are not used again to use toilet paper, or if we do, we have to wash after with water and soap. So I think I explained that before in my previous video, how to do it. So some of the comments may say, ew, it's gross. Of course, they use the hands. Of course, you don't, there's a technique for that. You don't put first your hand there. You how you say, you not just sprinkle, you really pour a lot of water first, and then together synchronized your water, then hands with soap, already with soap like this, and of course after that you of course wash your hands very well after, not of course, and then disinfect, and then you don't go to the kitchen to, you have to disinfect first and leave it dry. It's like that. So yeah, but I understand that some are not also used to that and would really be saying that it's really gross, but I don't know, for us it's much cleaner, you know. Excuse me. That's why everywhere we go, or you go inside the home, in Filipino homes, you see this tabo. This one, tabo. So you go into Filipino homes, you see this in their bathroom and toilet, because sometimes they don't have shower. So we have a lot of this. So one specifically for washing the bum and one for inside the bucket when you take shower. Also, there are some in the kitchen because some don't have running water or faucet, so they use, you know, from the pail like this. You don't use it like the ones you use to wash your bum. You use it for the kitchen to, no, never. And of course, we also clean this very well. You see, this is already 6 years old. You can see it here in Malta. I have to look for this. Sometimes resourcefulness. Some of the Filipinos here use, you know, empty bottles of mineral water. They cut it in the middle. Some old, you know, like plastic containers or plastic pitchers, small ones. And but I'm lucky I found this one. You see, and sassy. You see, it's pink, colorful. Okay, so I think some of the brothers who are already living in the Philippines and had married a Filipina have already talked about it, and they're already used to doing that, because some, of course, they are not very fortunate to have bidets at home or running water in the faucet, so they use this. You're not Filipino if you don't have this tabo, or this is deeper in English. Clothing. We Filipinos usually don't reuse our clothes, especially when we go outside. So when you use it for the day, it's already put in the laundry basket for washing. You can't reuse it. Well, sometimes shorts and pants, maybe you use it twice because you're not really, you know, sweating a lot here, and you have your undies, right? So usually, especially for men, but for women, just seldom. Everything is every day. Now, we don't also, the ones we use, the clothes that we use outside, when we go home, we have to wash, shower, and change for what we call the clothes for the house. Pambahay, we call it. Those clothes that we only use inside the house. And then in the evening, we will take sometimes don't wash the hair, because of course if you have long hair, it takes time to dry it. And it's not good. You sleep with wet hair, right? So we just wash the face and half shower, half bath here. Everything here. Okay, and then change our clothes for sleeping clothes. I'm not sure of the guys, most of the guys, but for women, I'm very sure of this, that we change our undies like 2 to 3 times a day also, when we take shower, of course, and then at nighttime we change it again to like sleeping undies. I don't know with others, but what I also heard from others, because I'm doing this, like I have my set of panties too. So these panties are for occasions, or you're going out, or going to the city, or you go to travel. Then I have a different set for just used inside the home, and then another set for period. So when I have period, I only use that usually black, cotton and black, because it just in case if there would be like overflowing and it's unavoidable, you get the stains. It's not really seen if you wash it, or if it's really, really old, and so we wash it first before throwing, because it's not good that you throw it in the rubbish and it will, have the like that. Gross, sorry. Okay, hygiene at homes. For example, we always want things in order. So most of the moms who is in charge in the housekeeping and household chores, they will have to not they're used to arranging things inside and decorating, and sometimes rearranging things to make it more comfy and cozy place, where when your husband sometimes or your boyfriend comes home and he is surprised, oh wow, it's a new atmosphere, the aura is good, so he feels happy. He after a long day, after a stressful day at work, after being tired and exhausted and drained at work or travel, then he comes home with this, wow. So you're the light of the home, right? Remember, that's why. So most of us probably would really have a bit of get annoyed maybe, or get a bit feel not good if the things are not returned to its proper place or to its original place. And they usually, yes, again, keep a lot of things, even old things. They don't usually throw them unless unless it's really not usable, or it's dangerous, hazardous to oneself or life. So we always recycle and reuse it. We don't want to waste, honestly. So I think some of our friends here, or other friends, your friends who have married a Filipina, or have a girlfriend, or are now with the Filipina, would say that yes, it's true. You see, even this clothes, imagine. I have this. I will show you, huh? This is very old. I think I have this. Still, I was in the Philippines, but you see, there's already bleach here. Sometimes there are some holes, but I don't like to throw, because I can still. I'm just inside the house, anyways, and I like it. It's cool when it's summer, so why should I throw? You can still use it. Nobody's gonna see me here, like Yes, I keep a lot. That's why when I moved into this flat, I had to have two big loads of van just for my things. Okay, next one is, let me, before I forget, when we clean the house, we clean it, we are taught to clean, like, you start with the ceiling, then the walls going down, and then the last one is the floor. Because of course, their system, you should have a system and ways of cleaning in the house, so you don't waste time, and it would be easier, much less effort for you to not repeatedly. And the other kind of walis or broom, walis is broom, the other kind of walis is the walis tambo, which is only used inside the house. So walis tambo is made of fragmite grass, and it's very good inside the house. So usually only can afford families, or if you really want to save to buy a hover and a vacuum cleaner, well and good for you. It's really a big help, of course, but this is the thing about Filipinos too. Most of us usually, if we can save, like, okay, it's uh better, I can clean with walis tambo than I will buy a vacuum cleaner if it's not really a hassle for me, like it's time consuming of course or something. I think it's still the same actually, because walis tambo is good also. We always, how you say, we always think of the practicality of things, especially when it comes to money and budgeting. So if we can use the lesser and cheaper price, and we can use, we have other solutions, we will do that. Promise. Right? Filipinos all over the world. Now we go to hygiene and cleanliness in preparing food, or the food that we eat. So basically, the Philippines is an agricultural and aquamarine nation. We do get our food in our surroundings, especially during, the tribal period and, pre-colonial times. We gather food from the forest, from the mountains, from the seas. It's much more healthier. It's more organic. We are used to that. And it's a variety. We don't usually eat the same food. If we have leftovers, we keep it for tomorrow or the next day. But we will have another different kind in sometimes. But sometimes we eat the same the whole day. But sometimes some families would have another set or different dish in the evening for dinner or lunch. We always change. Like for today, we have fish and rice and vegetables. Always with partners, actually. Fish, rice with vegetables. Different dish. Vegetable dish, fish, and rice. This is in general, okay? Because some of us, like me, myself, I don't eat rice much. Yes, I don't really eat rice. I like it so much, but I'm not just fond of every day that there is rice. If I just miss it, yes. Oh, the next day we cook chicken and chicken soup with veg papaya and moringa leaves, for example. This next time is pork. Next day is beef. Next day is fish again, or dried fish. The smell, the dried fish is good. For us, when you smell that, but for foreigners, it will be like, oh, what is that? I remember when I was studying in Sweden, when I was like 14, 15 years old. And there's one of the coordinators who went to visit us there in Sweden, and we were asking her to send us bring with you this dried fish, okay? Otherwise, we will close the door. You cannot enter. And then she brought it. So we were so happy, and everybody was eating. So there is left, for so we stored some for the next days if we crave for it again. Maybe okay, some other people, like foreigners, sometimes I see also, like, maybe teasing, like, oh, Filipinos eat dogs, like that. No, generally, no, most of us know, because they are pets to us. We love pets, we love dogs, we love animals. But I will tell you that some, yes, they do, especially in the remote, but not every day. I think there's just occasion, when they drinking alcohol, and we call it bulletin, some food, different kinds of food that we use as like finger foods to, after drink, to maybe neutralize the taste of the alcohol in the mouth, so like that. And it should be very, very chilly. So some, but not parts in a lot of parts of, in my place, for example, Manila now, I think it's just very rare, probably. But mostly that I know is up north, which is the coldest part of the country. So it's very elevated, it's very mountainous, and it's like their tradition to eat, dogs, but these dogs are like wild dogs in the forest, or not really the stray dogs. But yeah, of course, I don't like to sugarcoat. There are some. So, but that's why the government has already passed a law on this, that anybody will who is caught, butchering like that or eating like that, and they will have a penalty or punishment or a crime. It's a crime already. Okay, so don't be don't generalize, I mean. So it's not really, no. It's just very rare. Some. Okay, this part in the north and some tribes maybe they believe that, because it's cold, so dog meat, they say, is like making you warmer, the body temperature, something like that. That's what I heard. Okay, I'm not sure, so we will confirm that, but that's how they tell us usually when we ask. Then some of Filipinos, also very few percentage, especially those who live in the far-flung areas or very remote areas, or in, really far provinces, mountain areas, or very far. They eat rats, but not rats like the house rats. No, it's a different kind of rats. These are farmland rats. So they only eat, rice, grains, and some weeds there, in, fruits like that. Usually rice. So people who are experts on catching that and knows how to identify, yeah. So, but I haven't tasted that. You're not, in my place, we don't usually do that. And then some also eat frogs. Frogs also, the farm frogs, not the frogs, just there's different kinds, right? So they also know which one. I am not sure. I cannot say, like, explain more, because I don't even know, like, see it, or, but I saw it in some news, and yeah, some people I know. Even in my place, there are some, before they go to the rice fields, the forest like this. And then also some eat bats, but not every day. I mean, just maybe for I don't know, those exotic things. Okay, and they know that these are like the bats, that fruit bats like this, and they clean it very well too. They have to boil it many times, clean all, and take out all this, innards and all like that. Okay, I hope you don't get all ew now. Locust like that. So I just inserted so that for you to gain knowledge and information also, that this is the real deal about this thing. So, to at least clear some of the myths that all Filipinos eat this. Oh, okay. Me, I have 3 dogs, pet dogs. Oh my God, I love dogs so much. They are my therapy. Before, when I was down a bit like that, I talk to them, and they, I play with them. I have 2 Belgian Malinois and 1 Jack Russell. Yeah, but the Jack Russell and the other Belgian is due to old age, and maybe they committed, like, when I went here, they stopped eating, they stopped being jolly, and it's psychology of dogs, I think, that when their real owners leave them, they have this, how, like, a way of, I don't want to say it on air, but it's like they want to take away their own life gradually, by not eating food, by being just, very weak like that, until they pass away. Yeah, so okay, let's move on to being clean of Filipinos morally. Excuse me. So for us, we strictly follow our social norms and cultural mores and the values, traditional values that our forefathers, our ancestors, our OGs have taught us, our parents have taught us. So there's a follow up in school. So it's really like, it's like a process, it's a cycle like that until when you grow into adult, still your family support system is still there, and they keep on, sometimes remind you, and even your friends, because your friends also grew up with the same thought and the same mindset. So there's no room for like really like to be alienated by the tradition that we grew up, because we are all the same. We have the same system, we have the same order, we have the same upbringing, mostly. Of course, not 100% the same, because it depends on the parents or the family also. But I mean, I'm talking of, the general mindset and perspective and perception of things and about life, reality of life, and the gender roles, especially. And the femininity and masculinity is always separate. And we don't have an issue on that all. Let's go to what are the moral standards that we usually follow and we always have here. Okay, of course, I already told you about these SEX, so you can review my previous videos. Again, just a gist. Supposedly, should be after marriage. If not really, that, time's changing. So there are really some people who are doing that, but they do it to their loved ones, not just random. There are, of course, but it's very, very minute for sure. Okay, so some topics cannot really be discussed in vulgar. Like, of course, we always respect each one's beliefs, and even if it's superstitious, religious, political views, ideologies, we don't really like really say, okay, no, it's against, no, as long as it's not harmful to other people, to the society, we're good. Yeah, so even sexual orientation, we don't have anything against them. We even not promote actually, but we support them, because you can do anything about it actually. Even if you know we don't like to be violent to other people. We are peace loving and we are really loving and caring. So we cannot like what put them in one prison cell. No, we are always not into inhumane ways. That's for sure. Now for the choice of life partners or boyfriend or girlfriend, usually the parents do not interfere as long as it's your choice of love. As long as they are sure that you will be taken care of, you are being loved and respected, and the guy or the woman also respects the family of their partners. So again, respect is really very important in almost all aspects of our lives in the Philippines. Again, there are of course some that are really like meddling, like I don't like this girl for you, I owe something. But usually if that will be the case, the guy or the woman will really, no, I will fight for my boyfriend or my girlfriend because this is love. I will fight for my love. It's my feelings. I'm going to be responsible for whatever happens in the future when we're together. That's what happened to me too.